Hello, this is Randy Rolfe. I'm an independent Nikken consultant, and this is one of many live calls we have every week by independent Nikken consultants. It's not by the corporation as such, but we just want to share our experiences and encourage you to learn more about what Nikken can do for your wellness program and for your self-care for health and prevention. And we're going to have a guest on a little later, but I want to share a little bit of my story and just use my share a screen here. Let's see, got lost. Here we go. So this is Discover Active Wellness and Living a Life in Balance. And Nikken started over 40 years ago with this exact concept. Actually, they're the first major corporation to use the term wellness. I was privileged to discover Nikken in 1997, and it made a huge change in my life because I had practiced as a lawyer and then retired from law to become a wellness and family counselor, and earned my certificate in nutrition and wrote a number of books on healthy families. And in the late 90s, I was looking for a way to share what I learned about natural health and staying healthy and improving your family life by having a healthy lifestyle. And someone introduced me to Nikken. And it was a whole nother dimension besides nutrition and good relationships to maximizing our body's ability to keep us healthy and also to support the mind and a healthy mind. So I embraced it right away. It was the opportunity I wanted to be able to reach many more people than I could even with my books, but especially with one-on-one counseling. And the thing that I impressed on families was that they needed to make conscious decisions every day to improve their lifestyle. We don't make a big, January resolution and think it's going to change our lives. It's really the way we think and speak and act every day that determines whether we're humans being more or humans being less, humans under stress, not achieving our potential. And humans being more was the original model of the company and still is. It's all about building people through improving their active wellness. Small choices and consistency and time make a radical difference in your income, health, relationships, happiness, and success. We're one whole being, and Nikken supports that all together. So just to cover the context, the health facts that are surrounding us in our environment, it's actually worse than it was in '97. Stress is a major killer. It's involved in over 70% of the diseases that kill us: heart disease, diabetes, cancer, but also is in all the disabling diseases, allergies, sleep problems, weight problems, fatigue, depression, anxiety, blood sugar issues, pre-diabetic. All of those are related to stress. And so what do we normally do for stress? We pray for a vacation. We go to the mountains. We go to the beach. We go to the forest where we can restore ourselves. Well, Nikken's figured out a way to do that on a daily basis with those daily decisions, not just wait for vacation. Sleep problems are an epidemic. 70% of people report sleep issues, and science has shown now that one poor night's sleep drops your immune system by up to 60%. Also, it's at night that your immune system, your nervous system, and your muscles restore. It's also when your memory is laid down. Students who don't get enough sleep don't do as well on exams or on their homework. And we need a solution to get that deep sleep. We're doing a 24/7 society now. People just aren't getting the sleep they need, and the digital world has invaded our bedrooms so that we are not getting the right energy to sleep. Air and water are in the news every day. Outdoor air is, we've made some legal inroads on that, reducing pollution from cars, but there's still a huge amount of pollution, and indoor pollution can be even worse. I just read today that the fabric softeners are a huge addition to indoor pollution, the VOCs that are emitted. If you can smell that new clothes, that clean clothes smell, and all of the chemicals that people tend to use in their houses are concentrated because we closed our houses up in the 70s. Positive ions develop, and positive sounds good, but it's the negative ions you want, like a waterfall or in the forest or the beach, and we don't get them indoors in offices or homes. Water is in the news every day. Since Flint, Michigan, many cities have admitted that their lead is above what is allowed, and the EPA is actually considering allowing a higher level of radioactive material in our water because of the fracking industry is exposing a lot of radioactive material into our water. 260 contaminants have been found in tap water. Bottled water actually has been shown to have thousands of chemicals, depending on what water you're looking at. And some of them are endocrine disruptors, which means that it can affect all of the degenerative organs of the body, and our hormones affect everything. So this is very, very serious. The people that suffer the most are our children. The health trends, they're actually sickness trends. 1 out of every 5 adolescents is actually obese, and it's up to more than that are overweight, and they're getting inadequate nutrition, more cardiovascular disease, cancer, and diabetes earlier and earlier. It's absolutely unacceptable. Less than half of adolescents get the needed amount of vegetables, and low-income families, of course, are worse off. They have way more stress, less access to health, less access to good food, and actually are targeted with junk food promotion. Only 27% of high school students get the recommended activity and sleep. So this is unacceptable in the richest, most civilized, we think, country in the world. So what can we do? Well, there is an answer. It's about focusing on humans being healthy by choice, not by chance, choosing active wellness. And active wellness is a process by which people become aware and make choices based on what they've learned to have a more successful existence. And I believe Nikken is a one-stop shop to do this. Nikken, from the very beginning, has taken a holistic approach to life. It's combined the ancient philosophies of the East, wholeness and prevention, with high-tech science from the West. And from the very beginning, their founding in the 70s, the founder adopted this philosophy of a life in balance. It's not just more, it's better, it's life in balance. That all 5 of these areas, healthy mind, healthy body, healthy family, healthy society, and healthy finances, need to be in balance. And I fell in love with that idea because my husband and I had pulled away from big corporate law firms where all the money was, because we were sacrificing our mental health, and I saw the advanced partners, none of them were healthy, and you have less time with your family. And so when I saw that this company wanted balance in all the areas, that we could have a wonderful income while we were focusing on family and health and positive mind and helping people through our business. I fell in love with it from a philosophical point of view as well as a health point of view. And Nikken, at least, 10 or 15 years ago, developed enough different technologies to support our health that it developed the idea of a wellness home, a Nikken wellness home. And they started with magnetic products restoring us to Earth's proper energy so that everything works better the way it's meant to, as if we all lived outside still, not surrounded by concrete and asphalt and metal and electric and now Wi-Fi. Then they developed a sleep system so that we can get that restorative sleep, that deep, deep sleep where the body restores itself. Then they developed a water system that hydrates us completely as if we were drinking pure mountain stream water instead of water that's been sitting in pipes and tanks forever and polluted from the people that used it upstream. Then amazing line of nutritionals. I was very excited about this because I knew so much about nutrition, and I was really excited to investigate and find out they were really at the cutting edge of nutrition science. And again, it integrates the philosophy of Asian medicine that it's all about balance. It's about restoring the organs so that they can do their job, not manipulating them with high doses of anything, but rather making it so that the body recognizes it as food and uses it appropriately to keep us healthy and vibrant and young, youthful. And then the most recent additions were light and air, full spectrum light, which I have here on my desk. Doesn't flicker because it's LED, and it has extra blue that keeps us in our circadian rhythm, so we're alert in the day and more restful and fall asleep at night. And the air is an ultra HEPA filter, but it also produces the beneficial ions that we need to have in our house, in our office, in our car, and so on. So this is how we group the Nikken products, and it's, like I said, one-stop shop. These Nikken's nutritionals are second to none. We work with top researchers from around the world who've developed unique products. We have an amazing product for bone health that makes it so you don't have to use any of the medications that kind of stop function of the bones and cause side effects. This actually enhances the normal function of young bones. And we have an amazing, completely fruit antioxidant drink, no added water, sugar, preservatives, colorings, or anything. Amazing skincare. And the nutritionals, I take everything Nikken makes except the men's daily vitamin and mineral complex. So my husband takes that. Environment, like I mentioned, the air system, the water system, the light, and the funny little thing, if you're watching the video, is a shower system, which everybody falls in love with because it not only purifies the water, but it gives you the Pi mag water that microstructures and alkalizes and mineralizes water, and then it feeds your skin with micro bubbles that cleanse and moisturize. Then, of course, the sexiest part of our products are the magnetics. Nikken has been a leader there for over 40 years. Started with the insoles so that you have the beneficial energy as if you're walking barefoot in the park all the time instead of indoors. And then the sleep futon is completely natural material, no chemicals added, gives you the magnetics and gets you into that deep sleep. Ergonomically designed pillow also with completely natural products that are hypoallergenic, and then a comforter that also unites all those proper energies. And then this funny little square, if you're watching, it's one of the most popular products, same technology that's in this insoles and the sleep system. It's designed for the lower back, and half the country says that they have back problems, and you can use this on your back, gardening or cleaning or just sitting at your desk, sitting in front of a computer, it is amazing what it can do. And you can also use it if there's a breathing issue or stomach cramps or you name it. So these are the products, and I want to invite my guest if she's there. Let me end this sharing for the time being. And my guest is not on. I don't understand why not. Let me see. I don't understand why she's not here. Let me just check my email quickly and see if I've had any message from her. I apologize for this. Let's see. Sometimes we have technical difficulties. No, nothing from her. That's very strange. So apparently she's not, no, nothing from her. Okay, well, I'm just going to fill in, and we'll have to have Elaine Matthews on another time. I'll tell you my story. I didn't have any complaints. I had felt I was doing everything I could, and when I started using organic foods and avoiding artificial ingredients, my skin cleared up, my hair got better. That was all in the 70s, and I had great success through my pregnancies. The kids were healthy, no problem. So I wasn't expecting any changes when I started Nikken, but I experienced them anyhow, because I swim every morning from May to September, and I realized I wasn't tired. I never got tired, and I thought I could swim all day, and that was really amazing. And then also when I ran, I noticed that my muscles used to kind of lock up and get sore, and that never stopped. That never stopped until I started sleeping on the Nikken sleep system. The other thing I noticed was my balance, that walking up and down stairs, I would get a little hesitant, and I thought it was something about my eyes because my mom had the same thing. As soon as I put the insoles in, I could climb churches and church steeples and never feel hesitant about it. The other thing was I was teaching some courses, doing workshops, and I'd get a little nervous getting up on the podium, a whole new audience. No, once I had the insoles in, my confidence was strong, my balance, I felt grounded. That was amazing to me. And so I thought, well, if I could notice something, then people who have problems would notice even more. And in my husband's case, he had had childhood asthma till his teenage years. And when I met him, he never breathed through his nose. He always breathed through his mouth. So he was a little noisy at night. When he started on the sleep system, after a month or two, he woke up with his mouth closed. He couldn't believe it, and he was quiet at night. And he started wearing the chain during the day and the mask and at night, and that kept everything clear. And now he always breathes through his handsome nose, and the nose is our filter for the air, so he stopped getting colds and flus when they pass through. So for 19 years now, neither of us ever expect to get, whatever's going around. It's quite a phenomenal thing to be living in a Nikken wellness home. And so I want to recommend that everybody start with the Nikken. And let me go back to my little slides here. I've shared my personal experiences, and I'm replacing Barbara Bertucci tonight, who would be doing this product showcase otherwise. And so next week you will hear from Barbara, and I really appreciate the opportunity to fill in for her. But I'm sorry my guest didn't come on board. I think there's some problem because I don't see any guests at all, which is strange. But Nikken is about discovering it, living it, and sharing it. Active wellness and living a life in balance. Nikken is the ultimate tool for self-care. And there's so much we can do to manage our own health before we ever need to get into the medical system. My dad was a doctor. There's a place for doctors for medical intervention, but modern medicine has no solution for chronic disease, chronic conditions. And it's our job to protect ourselves as much as we can from developing them in the first place. And Nikken's products tend to help the body achieve balance. We don't cure anything, we don't treat anything, we diagnose, we don't prognosticate. We just try to support the body in a preventive, healthy way, giving it what it needs to do what it needs to do to stay as healthy and as long as possible. There's no reason that we can't live a long, healthy life. Sleep has been shown to be a better predictor of longevity than activity, nutrition, exercise, food patterns, diet, because our body knows what to do. If we get into a deep sleep, we get restored. And so don't think it's so hard to be healthy. We just need to be aware and take an active role in our wellness. And every day choose healthy water, healthy air, healthy sleep, healthy food, good nutrition, supplements. Become a customer. It's so easy to become a customer. Just go to the person who sent you to this website, to this video, and ask to see other videos to fill you in with more details about the technologies or more stories that you can relate to, and just register as a customer. It's free. It's just like buying anything else online, and get started anywhere you want, with the water, with the sleep system, with the insoles, with the sport bottle you can carry anywhere, and save the environment by not throwing out plastic bottles. Start with the little MagFlex for the back. Just start somewhere. Get on auto ship. You have a 25% discount as a registered customer on your regular consumables. And then if you fall in love with the products, we would love to have you join us to share with the world, because we're really on a mission to make the world a healthier place. And I know, working with families, if people are eating well, getting the sleep they need, breathing the air they need, and feeling good in their bodies and their minds, family problems tend to disappear. We don't get hooked on sugar or sodas or artificial sugars or strange diets that don't really work. And we wake up refreshed. We don't get depressed and anxious and all those things that can happen when we don't feel good and we're not sleeping well. So go ahead, explore, get all your questions answered, and join us on this wellness mission. And thank you for joining me, filling in for Barbara Bertucci, a dear friend and a wonderful distributor in Nikken, and a wonderful athlete, lots of awards as a great athlete, so her stories are awesome. And she will be on the call tomorrow at 8:00 a.m. Pacific time, 11 o'clock Eastern time, tomorrow, Thursday. So please join her then. And thank you for joining us here. I will stop sharing. And thanks so much for joining our call today. And this is Randy Rolfe, Independent Nikken Distributor. Take care.